Welcome along, everyone. What was it like, that experience, jumping into your first race?
It's been my life ever since I can remember.
Look, it really was unbelievable.
I think it's awesome.
Just go out there and give it your all every time. And
when you're young and you get in your old man super stock and you wreck it, I mean, it's pretty cool.
Craig Booker with the big smile. He is the voice that's behind what you get to hear every Sunday night.
Give it the hoot, Nanny. Look at that field. Doesn't it look fantastic?
All right, everyone, welcome along to your Wednesday show in the Kokpit with Kinser, my good friend Bump and Run with Booker, back on another show, another fun show. Obviously, it's just in the shed tonight as well, with so much going on up and down the countryside around your local speedway track, as some of the comments have said already. Yes, I was at the event over in Waihi at the beach shop today as well. What an event we can look forward to through to the 26th. Kylie, good to have you on board watching. Rudy, Richard and Trudy Aldridge. Dave Thomas, Carl Carpendale. We'll talk about the TQ soon. Tanya as well, Scott Honeybone, Wayne Alton, and of course Dan as well. So yeah, good to have them on board. Books, mate, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, mate. Doing pretty good. I'm I just cruising along. I thought we'll do another shed night, talk some speedway and whatever else is going on, and let other people join the conversation. Let us tell us what they want to talk about, and yeah, mate, it's it should be a bit of fun, and see what happens. I just tried to get someone on to come join us. I just told old Troy from Palmy Teams Mission. I said, "Oi, come on the show, bro." Yeah. But he's at work, so he can't do it. But yeah, I've been busy, house bus hunting, mate, for the new Kokpit Media house bus to go cruising around and live in and have some fun. So yeah, it's been a bit of humour.
Yeah, well, that journey could have taken you up and down the countryside. I know you had a look at a few things around here and there, and oh, mate, you got to do what you got to do, eh? Keep you going, throw your sim in there as well, do a bit of racing, mate, on the road. And
well, yeah, that'll be the other thing too. The sim will be in there, so I could probably let people have goes at that at different tracks I get to. They could try our RF2, our stock cars, and have a go, I suppose. I might better set it up where I can.
So new members.
New members. I might better set it up so as I go to different tracks, people can have a crack at it. Some of the kids can have a turn or something. Set it up so it can be just sort of there. But yeah, that could be interesting. Yeah, but it'll all be in there because plus all the show stuff will be in there too, I suppose, to keep us going. But yeah, it's exciting times, mate.
Yeah, it has been busy for the both of us over the last few weeks, obviously travelling up and down the country, more so with yourself doing your big journey. I know the road officially opened up on Monday.
Yes.
So that's pleased a lot of people. And the first person I saw on the telly when they interviewed her nice and early in the morning, 6:45, "Where are you off to, lovely lady?" "I'm going to the beach shop." Next follow, "Where are you off to?" "Sir, going to the beach shop." So once that road opened, the traffic flow opened up as well, and it's just so good to see it. Yeah, Tanya, jealous, all right, eh?
Yeah, I went and looked at one today. Tanya went and took it for a test drive and everything. Oh, it's getting close, getting close.
Yeah, Books' big rig. Books' big rig. I can just see the personalised number plate, BBR. Got to get some graphic work done. Darren, good to have you on board. Darren over in Oz, mate. Steve Palmer, Wayne Alton, who's down in South. I think he was down Nelson, went to Ruapuna and checked out some Nelson cars down there in big place. Brad Wright, when we're racing again, well, hopefully soon, Tank. Hopefully soon. We'll get things up and going.
Tanya's going to take my keys, mate, when I pull up, she reckons.
Michael Beaumont, just have the Auckland All-Star cars and again. Yeah, that'll be all go. Hayden Patton won rally overall in the weekend in Portugal.
We must catch up with him again, Kins. Actually, I should flick him a text and see if he wants to join us on another show and catch up with old Hayden Patton again, because he was good to talk to. Wouldn't it be good to catch up and see what he's been up to in the last 6 to 12 months as well?
Yeah, hard out. Same with Emma Gilmore as well. I know she's traveling countryside here, there, nearly everywhere around
Yeah.
the world doing all the racing stuff. Hey, everyone in the chat here. Darren Rob saying hello to everyone. Dan Curran, old Devs, real shed night lads, working away on the streetie. No doubt you've got the 290s coming up there in Auckland this coming weekend. The boys are on the mini stock as well. Rob Miller, Rob, mate, good to have you back watching, mate. We'll have to catch up and do a bit of a sidecar chat with you, you and your young fella one day, actually, and make that happen. Hayden and Emma teammates now. Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
Thanks, Dave.
Oh, yeah, well, I've got the phone numbers for both of those people, so maybe I do need to give it a pack up at Streetie this weekend books. Oh, yeah, if I had bought it by now, I would have, Daniel, but I haven't. I rang up and spoke to, a stock car driver from back on the day. Kinser's Paul Ehrlich.
Yeah.
Was getting rid of his bus, but it didn't. I rang him and spoke to him. I had a word to him during the week, but it didn't suit our needs that I need it for. So didn't quite tick all the boxes for me there. So unfortunately, otherwise I was going to go over to Stratford this weekend. I was going to get hold of Daniel and say, hey, you need to put me up. Give me your tent or something.
Just make sure Daniel's got the bloody poles, mate. They know their trick.
Yeah.
Ruapuna was great, really underrated track. So that's cool. The crew loved it. Just about to load up the TQ and the trailer. Carl, good luck, Carl. We'll talk about the TQ North Island champs and everything like that coming up as well. Sadly, no 290s this year. Engine went said, oh, stink devs.
Yeah.
I know he's a previous winner of that event. So, oh, well, not like it's online, devs. You can push the escape button and then it fixes it all up.
Yeah. Hey, let's get into some stuff here, Ray. So let's see. I see Troy's put up North Island champs. Superstock Stratford should be good. Another Rees Fest. It could well be, actually. But what do we got first? I got on my list here, Kins. The big one for the weekend, our main man's Garage 16. Woodford Glen down there, the Garage 16 Modified Invasion.
Yep.
Plus they're holding the Canterbury Youth Mini-Stock Champs on the Friday night. And on the Saturday, also courtesy of Garage 16, is the Ramp Race Demolition Derby.
See, that would have been you, mate, if you were down there doing the ramp race.
Well,
But,
I tell you, I almost flew to Christchurch too this week. I found some
Garrett,
cheap tickets.
Just going through again on the modified invitation groups. Garrett 16, obviously, you'll see 8C Lindsay Gilbert, 12S Jason Kalen, Luke Adams in the 17C, Hayden Corbett in the nice little short base car 22C. Also, unfortunately, didn't make it out there on the finals night, but he'll be there. Ian White, the veteran himself, 35 GM, and of course, Kevin Band 49C in the MDS class, defending champ Brad Lane. Just spoke with him a couple of minutes ago. He's flying down that way. The car's on the way, the 1NZ. It's all been repaired from his little mishap in Rotorua in the weekend, but he's all good. He'll be down there with, of course, 5C Bailey Patterson, 11C Cassandra Massey, 18C, the former 3NZ, but Jacob Mitchell back to his number. 47 GM Ruben Brown, 69C is Andrew Naven, and the last group is the horsepower heads, Mike Goulet in the 4C, Gary Lennon, 9C, 13C, Evan Nicol, 26 is Craig Pottinger. We caught up with him recently. 48 GM Atama Holland, and of course the other car, 54 GM Steve Thompson, whose kids race as well, as young as 8. So not a bad field there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 21 drivers for the modified.
That's pretty good, mate. That's going to be a great weekend down there too. Speaking of modified drivers, Kins, I think we need to wish a speedy recovery to our Havana coffee man, and hope he's doing well in hospital and gets to go home soon. I was reading before he's broken a few bits and pieces in the whole body there, so we wish him the speedy recovery, mate.
Yeah, 100%, mate. These people put on a show, and I tell you what, a guy that deserved his accolade to be 2NZ is we had Brad and Luke on last week, because this guy's been pedaling at a lot of championships and well deserved to get that as well. And I actually saw some of the Havana coffee at the beach shop today as well, and it's not a bad brew, to be honest. It's not too bad, to be honest. But yeah, wish him all the best, and obviously, he would love to have been down there. I see the 3NZ not down there. Luke actually said that last week he wasn't going down to the Garage 60 modified invasion. But our mate Aaron Lewis will be there. He was hoping to be down there racing, but being the sponsor, he'll be there, mate. And he would have looked after you, Booker, if you went down.
Oh, I'm sure he would have. And Fluffy as well if I'd gone down there, mate. It's it's going to be an exceptional meeting, and I do believe Pitt's Media are streaming that one too. I think, aren't they? Are they? I'm pretty sure that they are streaming that event as well on the Pitt's TV. So you can get that. If you're not sure, if you can't get to some meetings, you want to watch something online, I think you'll find the Pitts are doing a couple of things this weekend. And of course, you've also got first meeting back after all the flooding and everything is Miani this weekend too, mate.
Yeah, that's right. Plenty going on there. Like you say, Booker, it's been some time, eh? At least I would say 6 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a while, and so it's just a standard meeting. No super stocks though. Excuse me. What do they got? They're running mini stocks, the production saloon Hawke's Bay champs, sidecars Hawke's Bay champs. Stock cars, super saloons, and saloons. So gates open at 2, racing from 5. Very important that racing from 5. But listen, I think that this track and the people here need the break. They need to get out there and have a break from all the rest of the other crap that's been going on around here in the Hawke's Bay. So yeah, I hope they do well. I won't be going this weekend, unfortunately, but I do hope they have an awesome weekend. So. The sidecar, Hawke's Bay sidecar champs too. Yeah, Rob Miller's just to confirm that for me. But so big weekend for Miani, I believe, to be back into it. And you can only go in there one way too now. You used to be able to come from Hastings to get to the track. And of course, the one-way bridge, if anyone knows that's been to Miani, the one-way bridge that from Hastings side, well, that's gone. So you've got to go down the motorway, turn off at the Miani off-ramp and go in that way. So... you cannot get in from the other end. So don't try and get in from the other end. Otherwise, you'll just be swimming.
You'll be... I don't mean to laugh, but you're right, though.
Your car can't float when it drives off the bridge, so you'll be swimming.
No, exactly. But it's just good, finally they're up and going, I would guess, for the next couple of weeks before the season wraps up. So that's great news. Get along there, support them. And Forestry Maintenance Limited, obviously associated with that big weekend, especially with the Hawke's Bay sidecar champs going on. Yep. Steve Palmer, it's only just stopped raining in Christchurch. Well, let's hope it clears up, Steve, mate, and we can get the big meeting underway down at the Glen. Michael Beaumont, so no Brad Lane is going to win it down here. Well, you don't know, Mike. We'll see. We'll see how Brad is. He's a cocky little bugger. He'll give it his all. He'll give it his all. 32 stock cars for the modified invasion. That's good numbers. Thanks, Scotty. I see Lane modified. Yeah, the family's actually on the boat now, heading across. Scotty's actually, Brad's going to fly down. Whitey broke a rock at the NZs. That's why we didn't see Whitey come out when we did the second night. Yeah.
I see Amaron's put a post up there too, mate. Always good to see Ams. Awesome to have Miani starting up again. Hopefully I can make it down for the Easter meeting if it's going ahead. I see David Thomas has said, Bruce said the Miani Easter is on, so we'll see. There's a lot of good stuff coming up, mate,
Yeah. Pitts TV, Woodford Glen and Stratford, so that's what's happening both nights for the New Zealand Stock champs. That is the North Island Stock Car champs, that should be. Auckland Sidecars are this Sunday as well. We'll talk a bit about that. Pinochle, mate, hope you fix your bumper on your car. See you had a bit of a mishap there, and I know down at Huntley, the future stars, I think, for mini stocks, our good friend Ricky Lee Cody done well there as well, looking at his social media platform. So, bring your winter woolies this weekend. It's a bit cold down in the south.
And I'll just say, Chris Delvers, is it? Not Speedway, but the end of Pukekohe this weekend. No, Chris, that is next weekend. I know this because all my stepkids, their father is the man that runs Puke, and they're all going there to be with him next weekend. So I don't believe it's this weekend. I believe it's next weekend is your last weekend for Pukekohe. Now, that's a bit of a sad event too, Kins. Like, we don't just talk Speedway here. We talk New Zealand Motorsport. And Puke closing is the end of a huge era, mate. Huge era,
Yeah,
you know?
100%.
Um,
100%. Everyone was talking about it. It's beach shop today,
hmm.
and they mentioned it to me, and just trying to yeah, it is. I'm sure it's next Sunday. I'm sure they asked, said to me, I was like going next Sunday because
Yeah,
they're
it is.
going to
It
watch
is
the
next
trucks.
weekend because the girls,
Yeah.
all the girls are leaving here. Oh, my dog just farted. Man, you stink. What the heck? I can't run away either because I'm live on the show. Oh, my goodness. I don't know if it's a good idea putting my dog in my little house bus, mate. Man. Yeah, and they're all leaving on Monday, I think, this next Monday. So heading down that way in their caravans and stuff. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is next week. Oh, April 16th is the National Sidecar Teams Champs at Rosebank. That sounds pretty exciting too.
I'm a bit yeah, I've just come across something to do with Pookie. Farewell Pookie, join us for the last ride. Cruise, roll race, grip hard. And,
Oh, to be
and
for
that's
the event that's on, which is Dave Thomas has put here the trucks at Pookie this weekend. So maybe it's
Yeah.
the last time for the trucks this weekend. So the actual final Pookie event is next weekend, though.
Okay.
Look at this. Someone here, Parby Superstock teams. One NZ Asheries to become back-to-back New Zealand North Island champion after this weekend. Has it ever been done before? That is true. Hey, don't forget too, people, speaking of Asheries and the Palmy Superstock teams, boys, those, I don't know if you've seen it, those Asher tees, those exclusive Asher tees that he's put up. If you haven't seen it, go to Palmy Superstock teams page and have a look, because they're pretty freaking awesome tees, aren't they, Kins? But that, yeah, that is
100%.
right. Has anyone gone back to back on both events year after year? So that's going to be an interesting thing to see as well, isn't it?
Oh, especially at Stratford too. That's a tough little track. And actually, let's talk about that now. We've brought that up and talk about that because there are some massive groups. Honestly, it's just as big, just about honestly as big as the New Zealand Superstocks. There was at Huntley just a few weeks ago. You do have the 1, 2, and 3 there. Group 2 has Josh Prentice. By the way, he's got his t-shirts out.
Yes.
Ethan Rees, 3NZ. By the way, got his t-shirts out. And also 1NZ, Asher. He's got his t-shirts out as well. There's a variety of Asher t-shirts around. But no, there's just some massive numbers in these groups. I'm not going to sit here and go through every single bloody driver. But, you know, whoever deserves it on Stratford, it's a tough little track. We went down there for their practice, and she's a real tough little track. And
Fast though, eh?
survival of the fittest, fast, very fast.
Fast track.
Yeah, very fast.
Mm.
Yeah, 100%, mate. So, yeah. Trucks are at Pookie this weekend. That's right. You like Booker said, and last weekend too.
Who knows? I might even, you know, Daniel, I might even change my mind yet. If you might get a message Thursday night saying I'm coming on Friday. So you never know yet.
It is quite interesting how they said the trucks last race meeting this weekend. So Pukekohe Motorsport Flying Farewell, last ever motorsport event is the 25th and 26th of March. Presented by Speedworks. Well, that's this weekend.
Well, that's interesting. I should find out that, eh? So I message. I'll tell you what, let's confirm it.
You can buy the tickets now on Event Finder.
Okay, I'm going to send a message to my daughter inside.
Out, eh?
So you keep talking and I'll message them.
All right. Chatty's out of the North Islands. He's got a spicy cough. Oh, has he? Actually, talking about that, that's going around. Actually, that's going around quite a bit.
What's that?
It's a bit of COVID. So there are a lot of people around events. And the event I was at today, trust me, with over 100,000 people expected at the beach shop, guarantee you there's going to be a few more cases there. Richard and Trudy Aldridge saying, come on over. 2nd of April is car show and cruise. That's coming out, for the category. We have a spare bed. Just let us know. Throw him in the tent, Tanya. He's happy in the tent, mate. No, he's all good.
I'm not happy in the tent. You shush.
What were we talking about? We were talking about Stratford, weren't we?
How easy we go off the rails here at Kokpit.
Yeah. So that's the first of the two-nighter meetings this coming weekend. Obviously, it's a Friday and a Saturday. So good luck to all of those drivers. Let's hope the weather plays its part as well. And we're trying to catch up with Richard Kettle from down there, the Prez, and have a chat with him because this is going to be a massive weekend for the North Island Superstocks down there, Stratford. And like I said, the groups are pretty full on. They just get tougher and tougher. Let's talk quickly while Booker's just doing a few things here. The other event that is going back to double nighter is this Friday, Saturday. It's the New Zealand Stock Car Grand Prix at Kiki Speedway. Defending champ, just to reiterate, is actually Gary Lonergan. He won it back in 2020, 2021. So just to remind everyone, there was no championships, and we all know why. Throughout 2022. So hence the reason Gary's car's actually plastered all over the Kiki page. Second to the event back in 21, Sheldon Arapere. And of course, Kaylin Mooney was third. But, that's going to be a massive event with all the stock cars. Obviously, you have Friday, the saloons racing. On Saturday, you've got the sprint cars racing as well. So go along and check it out. It's going to be a big weekend there, Friday and Saturday. Is the New Zealand Stock Car GP. So looks like heaps of drivers have registered for that as well. That's all I can flick off the top of my head while Booker's just confirming a few things. Just talk Gisborne. Let's talk a bit about the TQs.
Not answering me, so we'll see if she answers me near the end there, mate.
Okay.
So you just done the Stratford, haven't you?
Auto Tech North Island TQ Championships. Yeah, just done Stratty. We'll go back to it though. To date, there's a few good drivers here. Our friend Carl Carpendale in the 77G. He's happily engaged, but of course, 1 NZ Aaron Humble, 2 NZ Caden Barker, 3 NZ Terrence Durrell will be there as well, and the list just goes on. That'll be a big meeting. It's a bank track as well. I'm guessing the TQs will give it a thrill. No doubt they will love it and enjoy themselves. Don't forget to also on Thursday, I said they're going to announce the giveaway. It's a family pass for the weekend over at Gisborne. So go along and enjoy that, the TQs. Just had a look and looks like...
I just got a confirmation, mate.
Yeah.
So what it is this weekend is the last racing of the track.
Yeah.
And next weekend is Gary Sterling's last play day he hosts, and the Motor TT, and then it's all done and dusted. So there you go, people. That's straight from
drivers.
That's what it is. That's
horse's mouth.
Straight from the horse's mouth there. So there you go. Oh, here's another message coming through about it.
Oh, look, Joyce, we got tickets. We're going. Okay, we'll see you there. Yeah, so that's what's happening. Yeah, good. We got some clarification on that. Bring Carl into the show for a chat. 16 top drivers for the TQs. The bank track, yeah, it is fast. That's my home track, Rob Miller. So that's awesome to see. Back to back. Yeah, I don't think it's been done like Dan agreed. Also, the Saturday too is the Street Stock 290s. Is our mate Dan Curran confirmed he's not going to be there.
Plus,
racing starts at 7 up in Auckland. You've got the 6 shooters. That's the Predator series.
Yes,
that's wicked. Those trophies are wicked. And the Predator car.
Yeah.
Modifieds, mini stock, super saloons, and saloons.
Yep, that's what they've got there. So yeah, and of course you got the Kiki one as well. We've got this weekend as well. The NZ Stock Car GP. Did you already say that? I suppose, have you? Friday and Saturday night.
Yeah. We spoke about that briefly, but our mate Gary Lonergan. Good luck to him defending it. Like the title, like I said, 2020, 2021 as well. All right, another track. Robertson Prestige International Speedway has.
Are they running too? Are they?
10 teens. Peter Barry's. It's the battle it out. The Doobie.
Oh, the street stock Peter Barry's. Yeah.
That's all go, and the Manawatu Youth Mini Stock Champs as well. So that's all go. I tell you what, just about. There's a race around every track.
Oh, I tell you, and I would think that most, I think for Woodford Glen, and so for your Garage 16 Modified Invasion and your North Island Superstock Championships in Stratford, I believe both of those are being streamed by the Pits Media.
Yep.
If you wanted to watch Miani, I dare say Kiwi Motorsport Media, who does a lot of all the Miani stuff, will be streaming. And if you want to watch Palmy, I would suggest that Video Hub are streaming that one. So your choices, if you can't get to a track this weekend, are pretty good. To watch some form of speedway. I've also been told that they're expecting 10,000 plus at Pukekohe this weekend of spectators. So for the final farewell, I mean, that's something I probably wouldn't have minded going to myself, Kins, you know, being a motorsport fan. Is that as well, you know, the final farewell for Pookie. I mean, it's historic. It's historic in New Zealand motor racing history, you know. And I'm sure our fans on here are not just speedway people, they're motorsport people. And what are your thoughts, people? Is it something you wouldn't mind attending as well, this final weekend at Pukekohe? Let us know what your thoughts are. If you or are you just pure speedway people? So
But you're right, you know, it's a swan song of something that a lot of motorsport fans have grown up with locally here in our own country, Pookie. We've had the memories, you know, dare we say Greg Murphy as such. Kenny Smith, the legend himself, at nearly 100 years old, he's raced a million laps there. So many great legends and names who are household names out of that track, and it's sad to see it coming to a closure. I do know some of the VA boys are going to kind of make it over to the meeting this weekend, because next weekend is the racing in the V8 supercars. So they'll try and get some of those guys here and do what they need to do. So plenty going on there. Hey, afternoon, Loz, over there in Oz. Any free tickets for Sunday at Pookie? Good luck, mate. It would have been cool. Anything with 4 wheels in a motor is fantastic. 100% there, Carl.
I see, also, Kins, I see Michaela has corrected us. It is correct that they are streaming Woodford Glen and Stratty. So there you go. The Pits TV are definitely doing Woodford Glen and Stratford. I did send a thing to Jason. I thought he might turn up. He was thinking about turning up and talking to us, but he must be busy. I know he'd have a hell of a lot on at the moment, trying to get all his stuff up and running for this weekend. But we did put an invite out to see if he wanted to come on if he wasn't too busy. So, but I'm glad Michaela could confirm that for us. That's awesome. So there you go, people. So your streaming options, if you can't get to the track, there's plenty available this weekend. But I dare say it'd be hard to pick which one to stream for me, Kins. Out of all the 4 streams that'll be available, it would come down to 2, and I don't know which one I want to watch more, which would be the Modified Invasion or the North Island Superstocks. Because I think both of them are going to be just absolutely spectacular meetings. 100%.
Mate, I think I'll just watch my recording of Naked Attraction, then I'll be happy.
Was it a home movie?
No, the show that's on tonight, 9:30 TV2. How do I know that?
Oh, look, Michaela says they're currently on the road to Christchurch, early flight in Wellington in the morning. Oh, well, we wish you both all the best, Michaela and Jace, for your trip down. You're obviously going up to Stratford if they're doing that. Wish you the best. I haven't decided which one. If I go to Stratford, I'll watch it. But that's still up in the air. I still haven't decided yet. If a house bus or a motorhome comes up in Stratford for me to look at, I might just have to use that excuse to go down there this weekend. Otherwise, I'll have to decide which one I'm going to stream, Kins. I don't know. Because we love our open wheel modifieds, don't we? And we love our super stocks. So it's a tough choice. What are some of the people out there that can't make it? What are they doing? What are you going to watch? Who are you going to watch? Let us know.
I'd love to come to Pookie on Sunday, I really would, but I'm actually tied up with a Children's Day and a few other events blooming in town. So Susan, I caught it with Susan and Paul, met Paul's son as well. So at the beach shop, and they'll enjoy themselves on Sunday. They were telling me about the truck racing. Does anyone know about iRacing scanning Pookie? Hadley, that is definitely on the cards, right? That's been confirmed. That's been signed off. And that will be put into the iRacing games. So definitely on the cards. I've seen some of the developments on that. So keep an eye on that, mate. That's definitely coming up. Mark Goodman. Hey, Mark. Good to catch up, mate. Being streamed by the Pits TV. So get both on different TVs. Yeah. That's a great idea, actually.
I'm not that rich.
North Island's to be the place this weekend, being a few withdrawals too. Oh, okay, mate. Oh, we look forward to catching up with you, Dan. and Tarns and old Nana coming up in May, coming up to Huntly. So we look forward
Yes,
to catching up.
now that's going to be a good meeting to be at. I don't know how people aren't going to not be at that one, mate. That's going to be, eh?
Yeah. The Polo Cranes team's Huntly finale season. No cars will be left spare on the track, trust me.
Yeah.
They give it all because they've got 6 months to kind of fix them up. Richard and Trudy, the Superstock's the only place to watch. Maybe next season, see what happens. Scott Honeybone, I got.
There's naked attraction. You fellas are all bloody mad.
The same as books, yeah. The Glen and Strata. Yeah, it is a tough choice. It is a tough one. But hey, that's that service we're lucky to have these days and watch the racing live at home in the comfort of your lounge. And of course, you've got everything else that's going on. Bay Park also running the Bay Invasion sprint cars, the Midas midgets, the saloons, the Bay of Plenty champs, and the super saloons as well. So there's another track that's running this weekend, the Bay Invasion. So
we've got this. My phone's going off. Eh? Can you hear that? Boo, boo, boo.
Yeah, I can hear it.
That's me. It's pumping me up, mate. It's celebrating me. My phone's celebrating.
Competitors and crews, welcome to Stratford Speedway. Thanks, Tards, for sending that in the messenger.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely looking forward to that.
Stacey Lay or Stock Car GP this weekend. Yes, we've said that as well. Stock Car GP at Kiki. There is a plethora of tracks running this weekend with some big meetings, some good meetings. And I saw Murray put up there about Miani. Yeah, we touched on that, Murray, as well, and it's so good to see Miani up and running again. So, yeah, that should be good. I hope they get a really good crowd out there too. Oh, look, there's Natalie there. Pookie last race event after 60-year history. So, that Natalie Walker-Sterling, that's Gary, the owner, the runner of it. That's his daughter, and that's my stepdaughter.
You're right, Rob. That phone is loud. That's real loud coming through.
So, she's there working as well. She works hard as Natalie, doing all your food and stuff, so it's awesome. Oh, look, we got Jason's turned up there as well in the dark. But yeah, 60 years of history at Pukekohe. There's something that you just don't want to miss, but there's so much motorsport on this weekend in Speedway. Hey, Jason, how are you, mate? Oh, have we got him? No,
he's in transit.
He's in transit. Might be a bit hard to get him going, but
can you hear us, Jace?
Come back here for 2 seconds if you can hear me.
Yeah, mate, we can hear you. Yeah. He's going to be back. Okay, so we'll get him back. He's going to try and get a bit of thing. But, yeah, listen, it's such an exciting weekend, mate. With all the... When you think back of this year, all the crap we've had with weather, COVID.
Right, yeah. Everything.
I hope this weekend goes off without a hitch for everybody, mate. We are due for just one spectacular weekend this weekend, mate, of motorsport and Speedway. And it is due. Hey, Aaron, good to see you, mate. If you want to jump in, come and join us. Have a chat. More than welcome.
Yeah, Aaron, jump in, mate. Come and join us.
If you want to have a chat.
Jacko's there, our mate Jacko. We could have
John Jackson, we should send him a link. You need to come and talk to us too, Jacko. I'll find you on the Facebook and send you a link. Come join us, mate. It's just a shed night. I'm sure you've got a beer there, a chili bin, and a couple of deck chairs.
Yeah, he'll join us. Support local. Hey, boys. Who's that dodgy critter? Well, hopefully he'll join us soon, Jace. Modified Invasion. Whoop, whoop. Daylight savings ends next weekend. So for any Speedway fans out there, so just a reminder, it will get darker after next weekend. And next weekend is the Waikaraka Superstocks. Yep, that's going to be big as well, Mike. So, mate, we got so much on. 2 weeks after Polo Cranes, New Zealand Nationals for Superstock teams. Yep, that's coming up. So you got the stocks teams, Nats up in Auks. And yes, confirmed the Palmy teams champs, the Glen Eagles, will officially be there. All right, so they will be there. Send me a link. Oh, hold on, Aaron.
I'm on it.
You're on it.
He might be able to come in with Jason too. Jason looks like he's about to come in too. So there's a link for Aaron gone. There's Jason. There he is. And Aaron might join us too. So there we go. Hey, mate, how you going? You're on the road.
Yep, we are certainly on the road. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you, mate.
Sweet
Yep,
as,
yep.
Jace. Sweet as.
Yeah, I was just trying to confirm all what you're streaming and what you're doing this weekend, but and Michaela came on and confirmed it all for us, so that was awesome.
We're just heading our way through to Christchurch. Obviously, two teams running this weekend. We've got the Modified Invasion, the Garage 16 Modified Invasion, and also the 5-star Liquor North Island Superstock Championship for 75, I think it is, Superstocks. Ready to do battle there. So, yeah, a pretty full-on weekend, but just the normal, just driving. I'm not holding on to my phone either, by the way, so not that dodgy. So just for us, we've got a bit of mood lighting set up at the van here, so we're all good to go, really.
No coffee though.
Make you want, no, we're good to go there. But other than that, no, things are going pretty damn good. We're just fly out at 6:45 in the morning and head to Stratford. Obviously, we've done nothing to our broadcast trucks for since their last stream. Because it's fantastic. So we're just going to get in there, program Big Red, ready for the modifieds, then fly first thing in the morning. We'll program up the other van, ready for the North Island Superstock. So how you boys getting on anyway?
We're good, Jace. Look, Amron's just jumped in here and go, Jace, cheer matua top, you handsome dude.
Jeez, handsome.
we got Aaron here now too with us, eh? How's it going there, mate? You looking forward to this weekend?
Yeah, mate. Modified Invasion. Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's just a shame we haven't got frickin' ferries working in this country very well. We would have had more numbers, but I tell you what, the guys that are down there will be there to put on a show. We've got another event to take on. We've got to make sure we try and kick the ass of those bloody Superstock GP guys and sell way more streams than them.
Well, I'm at a crossroads, mate. To be honest, I don't know whether I'm going to get the Stratford or the Woodford Glen one yet. I'm at my wit's end of which one. So if I drive to Stratford, well, then I won't be getting the Woodford Glen one. But if I don't drive, I've got to decide which one I'm going to get.
No. You buy both, mate.
That's what everyone else is telling me too. Buy them both.
Yeah, mate. You got more than one screen, brother. Get into it.
Yeah, no. I'll be buying bloody both.
You can be a buy streamer, mate.
No. Yeah, no, I'll buy bloody both. I'll buy both and watch them.
Yeah, that's the story.
I don't know if I'm capable of multitasking like that. Hey, listen. Hey.
It's actually a bit of a competition between our guys as well, because you've got guys in the North Island, guys in the South Island, they're all going to try and outdo each other. So it's, I don't mind a bit of competition, especially when it's that type of competition.
Hey, listen, we all like motorsport, and you've done a bit of the track motorsport too, watching and streaming that, Jace. What are your thoughts on this weekend being the final thing of Pukekohe, mate?
Well, I think it's disgusting. We actually turned down the opportunity to go and film that in favour of Speedway. So, but I know that if you are planning on going there, it'd be absolutely a good idea to go. The trucks are allowed to rip up the track, they're allowed to do the burnouts and all that sort of stuff. So, they're going to have a lot of fun up there. I've just been told what's going to happen. People trying to make me jealous because I'm not going. But, mate, I think it's disgusting. It's the whole majority thing now. Back in my day and your guys' day, majority ruled, but now it seems the minority rules, doesn't it? So that's I just don't get it. I just don't understand it.
Yeah. It's there's a lot of history finishing up this weekend, eh? I wished I could have made it, but it's just not going to happen. I think if you've got a chance to go there this weekend, then go and enjoy it. Like Natalie just put up before, they're expecting 10,000 plus people there for it. So that's awesome. Yeah,
it'll be absolutely epic.
Yeah, what are you going to say, Aaron?
I was just saying it'll be absolutely epic. I know good supporters of our team during this modified journey for us as 16W was Everly Motorsport. and they got to they shot up there last weekend with their Skyline and 1980 89 Skyline or 1990 actual V8 supercar race today, and by Kieran Wills, and they went up there and did one of the last track days up there, and Greg Murphy was there, and a whole heap of other New Zealand's motorsport stars and stuff. So she was absolutely brilliant. So it should be a good one. But guys, I'm gonna have to shoot away. Jace, look forward to catching up with your team down in Christchurch in the weekend, mate. And just a shout out to my dad.
Oh, we lost him just as it did that.
No, he's not doing too well at the moment. So we look forward to you getting better, old man, so we can go and watch some more Speedway together.
Absolutely,
All right,
mate. 100%.
Cheers, Aaron. Thanks. Thanks, Aaron.
Thanks,
See you
Aaron, for
later.
coming in.
Bye.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah.
The buyer's modified. He's got a couple of new skins in his heart. He reckons he's got the energy. He said, "Don't sell the modified. I want to drive it now."
You'd enjoy it, Jace. Hey, Jace, thanks for popping in, mate. Pits TV Media, make sure you buy the streams. Let you get back and concentrate on the road, eh? Safe travels, mate.
Okay, mate.
Cheers, Jace.
Cheers. Thank you. Always good
Well,
to
yeah,
catch
that
you
was
on,
good,
mate, from the
Akins.
Pits TV. Jace, yeah, just to pop in there and clarify, they thought we'd better let him concentrate on the road and make sure he needs to get to where he needs to get things ready for the stream. But yeah, you're spoiled for choice, honestly, this weekend of what to watch at your local track. Get there to your local track if you can. If not, buy a stream. Well, any, mini, money, mo, to be honest, which way you're going to look at it. But if you got multiple TVs or screens and you got a bit of money, you might be able to do it. But yeah.
Oh, look who's coming now to see us,
Ams.
mate. Oh, look, here we go.
Oh, Ams.
Bring him in. Old Ams is here now too. Jeez, everyone's coming to shed night tonight.
How are you,
Yeah,
Ams?
good guys. Well, you guys had left a link in my messenger from the other week, so I was, if the other guys are going to jump in, I might as well jump in as well.
100%, mate. Hey, listen, just a quick note from myself, Adkins. Thanks to Red and you guys for the way you looked after us for those 2 weeks for the New Zealand Superstocks and the New Zealand Modified Champs. We felt like family the way we looked after, didn't we, Kins? It was just the way Red and Fiona and Tracy and you and everyone looked after us was just awesome. It was a pleasure to be a part of both events and do it with you guys.
Oh, the pleasure is all ours, fellas. As much as we took the time to accommodate you, handsome, fine-looking Spencerman, in return, the services that you guys gave in return has been absolutely tremendous. You know, the way you guys handled the scrutineering at both the New Zealand Superstocks and the New Zealand Modified Champs. It's stuff that's never been done before, and we're pleased to have you guys on board to do that for us. And as you guys have mentioned, I've enjoyed the journey as well, especially for myself with the New Zealand Superstocks, and hopefully the fans enjoyed it as well. So it's a well rejuvenated Ams after the last couple of weeks now. I've finally caught my breath. So. It's good to be able to finally have a break. I was fortunate enough to have my girls fly up over the weekend. It was good to spend some time with them. So, I think, as I mentioned, rejuvenated now, and we're ready to finish the season off at Huntley.
Wicked, bro. Wicked. Like Mark Goodman said here, Am's looking refreshed after a big break. Bro, it's good to see, good to have you say that you're actually more happy now. Obviously, the gills is the icing on the cake, but I tell you what, mate, what a wicked mustache, bro.
Hey, that's what they got going here. Hey.
Yeah, I remember somebody. Well, if I recall the time I'd announced the groups for the New Zealand Superstocks, I recall one of the comments having watched the footage after we had done it, and I remember someone might have been Wayne. I think might have been Wayne.
Wayne
Otten, he's talking about it now.
He'd mentioned that if my stash was a bit longer, could probably grow some handlebars. So I said to him, "Oh, you're going to jump on, mate? Let's go for a ride."
Yeah.
It reminds me a bit, I don't know, might be, I don't know, Kinser, it makes, the look he's got on reminds me of old Billy T and Came a Hot Friday, mate, eh?
Good on you,
Well,
bro. Good on you.
you'd have to say the last couple of Fridays have been quite hot, actually. So, it's all good.
All good. Hey, Tanya says thanks for autographing her book. Tanya had a book, and mate, you know, we've touched on it before. The work you've done behind the scenes for obviously some of the championship stuff and everything, just unreal. Billy T Mo, bro, yeah, love it, Susan. That's right. North Island TQ champs and Gizzy this weekend as well. Yeah, we spoke about that earlier, Marcus.
And midget title next weekend in Stratford as well, apparently.
Oh, they got a big couple of weekends in Stratty.
There's a lot of big meetings coming up as the year is finishing off, isn't there? You know, like I mean, shit, you've got that Pollock teams thing there at Huntley coming up. You've got midget title in Stratford next weekend. This weekend's just full of amazing meetings. I mean, let's just hope that weather is gone now. And shit, we've had some good weather here in the Hawke's Bay now since we've had all our rain. It still looks like a war zone though, mind you. I went for a drive and yeah, I went over the drive between Napier and Clive, and I tell you, water's a powerful thing, guys. You know, like to see a railway track, and if you've seen a railway track, that steel's, you know, she's solid, and it was twisted round like this from the water. That's some serious pressure, isn't it, to do that to something like that? Just blows my mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just reading a story too about the coasties up to Tairāwhiti, how they haven't even been able to get any access to anything since the actual initial Gabriel. They haven't even been able to get out. They're just so stranded up there. So, you know, it's just one of those things. Just pop in our other guest defending Grand Prix champ from 2021.
Yeah, we'll bring him in. Hey, there's another one. Look at that. There's another one of your gold heads. Look at that. Oh, Gary's turned up now too. Oh, Shed Night. We need to be heading out beers here at Shed Night tonight, eh? What's going on?
How are we, fellas?
Hey, mate.
Good, mate.
Just saw the message, so jump on.
Oh, we're just having a bit of a shed night, mate. There's nearly racing at every single bloody track up and down the country, whether it's Friday and Saturday. Then, of course, you got the Pookie closing up this weekend for motorsport fans, mate. But, you know, big weekend for you, Friday, Saturday, and Kiki.
Yeah, I always enjoy racing at Kiki, so we'll go give this Grand Prix another stab and see what comes of it there.
How you been tracking since you got your 3NZ on the car, mate?
In all honesty, I don't think I've raced the stock car really. I've raced I did the teams obviously, so it was pretty good hit out for us. Huntley ran a pretty good shot there, and we got that meeting done. And then we did the New Zealand Supers at Huntley, and then we've sort of had our baby, so we haven't been a bit quiet. Yeah.
Hey, so Bubs has turned up, eh? What'd you have there, mate?
Another little girl, unfortunately, but we knew that was coming. So.
Hey, they could still be good stock cars and Super Cup stock drivers, mate.
Yeah, I'm already moulding the first one. She's looking good, eh?
So I haven't spoken to you since the teams from Huntley and you guys taking that title out. How special was that, mate, for you to take that title?
Yeah, it was absolutely awesome. It was we got a good little team really. So I had a bit of confidence going in just with Scotty Tennant jumping in the team and Corey Baker and that. We got a really good group of guys. So yeah, it was a great weekend. My car, I think, took the biggest battering, and I've worked it out the last few weeks when I've been trying to prep it for this weekend. To be honest, it's everything I look at stuff. So it's been a busy old time.
Oh, well, you know, bring on next year, mate. You get to host it now, the New Zealand stock car teams, obviously up there in Auckland. And, well, good on you. You'll be bringing that. And the teams from down south, no doubt the Can-Do Fishing Crushers will want to come back. They want redemption. So they'll be back up here, mate.
Yeah, Auckland's a pretty honest teams racing track too. Yeah, it's quite intimidating to a lot of people, which is quite cool for us. But, yeah, last time we hosted it was a bit of a flop for us. We I don't know. It's hard hosting it because you don't get that same same atmosphere when you travel with the team and you get together with the boys and you do everything together. Like when you host it, you're sort of at home and you do your own thing and you meet at the track, which sort of takes a lot away from it for me. You know, like I've already put some feelers out to the manager that we should sort of possibly all stay somewhere together as a team and have that whole team vibe and team feeling. I think it's really important. I think in saying that, we did that Huntley meeting. We travelled separately from home, but I think hosting it. Hopefully, we'll try and get that team unit thing going and change the dynamics, which I don't think we really had last time we hosted it, unfortunately. So.
Yeah. Hey, we spoke about Wayne Otton earlier. Aaron's talking about your mustache. Now he's had a bit of a talk towards me now in regards to the water is the most powerful. The shower washes all the colour hair out of Kinser's hair. Jesus, smart ass. He's a cheeky bugger. Dwayne Martin, Sparky, watch you, mate. Happy birthday, Sparky.
Happy birthday. Yeah.
Also still we got the under 23 stock cars, under 26 super stocks. That's all coming up on April 15. West Coast stock car teams on the 28th of April. And Stratty. Is everything going bloody Stratty all of a
They've got
sudden?
a fair bit coming up, haven't they? Hey.
We got a big teams meeting coming up there in a few weeks' time.
Yeah, that's what they've just said there, the 28th of April.
Yeah.
So you had to choose between you had to make the choice between, I suppose, Kiki and Stratford this weekend. Was having the baby help with that decision, not having to travel so far?
Yeah, well, I was never going to do the super stock in Stratford just because of baby, and then the dates all changed and aligned, and it's close enough to home that it's not that big a deal. But my dilemma I've got coming up is we've got the teams nationals one week, and then we've got Stratford the following week, and then the week after is meant to be Huntley Superstock teams in 3 weeks. Yeah, I don't like my chances of the cars or the body standing up to that. I don't know if we're even going to try, to be honest. So.
But I think of course, we have teams nationals at Waikaraka, but that one at Huntley is going to be a final big hit out for everybody, isn't it? That's going to be I got a feeling that's basically the end of a season for everybody that's turning up there. So, I mean, everyone will lay it on the line, wouldn't they? Do you think you'd rather do that one than you're going to pick and choose, or try and you wouldn't try and do all three, would you? You'd need to get a clearance each time, wouldn't you?
Yeah, the whole medical clearance thing's a joke. It's you go into the doctors and spend more time convincing them, or telling them what stock cars is about to try and get it filled out, which it's not really right. They need to address that properly, to be honest. I think they need to literally watch a team's meeting and have doctors on site and sort of medically clear you on the night if you haven't taken a punishment, or literally give us an 8-day stand down regardless. But it's pretty hard when they're trying to jam pack everything in now at the end of a season to try and do that sort of thing, especially.
Well, then you might add to the calendar too, if the Peter Barry's teams goes ahead too, there's another teams event.
Yeah, I've heard they've pulled a pin on that. But
okay.
Not. That's just what I heard, but I'm not 100% if that's fully signed off. But yeah, there's not a lot of dates left, to be honest, and the damage is getting bigger and the off season's getting shorter, so it's not making for much fun.
Yeah, hard. Hey, Ams, last weekend, you had your future event at Huntley with the mini stock drivers. Did you attend that last weekend?
No,
you had your daughters, that's right.
Yeah, so I had my girls with me for the weekend, which was fortunate enough I was able to spend some time with them. But I did hear the meeting did go off without a hitch, and it's a great event for our up and coming stars. As much as it doesn't really pull off much of a crowd, it's those are the guys, or these are the kids we're going to be watching in the premier classes in years to come. So they deserve all the accolades that they deserve, and the recognition as well, because just the amount of talent, and Gazza will probably back me up on this as well. Just the amount of talent that is coming out of these youth classes is just absolutely tremendous. It's just and then to be able to develop themselves and go forward into the other classes once they do graduate. You know, it doesn't take them long to adapt to whatever discipline they decide to do. So mini stock meetings like those, you know, brings the best out of the kids, and they're able to meet other kids from other tracks as well. I know, and it turns into lifelong, can turn into lifelong friendships, you know, and stuff like that. So yeah, no, I did hear the meeting did go very well, and what more can you ask for, you know?
Was that an all-girl podium or something too? Was that the one there? Was that at Huntley? Didn't Cody win it?
Got on the podium. Yeah.
Yeah.
She got on the podium. Yeah. It's all over social. Hey, but you know, for you, Ams, I'm guessing too, like we touched on, and Booker mentioned it, the Apollo Cranes Teams Champs, May 6th. That's the last big meeting for Huntley International Speedway, eh? Is that the last big one?
Yeah, that's correct. You know, we had initially we were going to, well, because it had got rained out the first time in November last year, we had decided to move it to the 4th of March this year, which happened to be the rescheduled New Zealand Superstock event. So we had to find another date for that. Funnily enough, when we had rained out at the first New Zealand Superstocks back in January, I think, when we had talked to the drivers in the club rooms on the alternate date, we decided on the 4th of March. But because all the Superstock drivers from most of the teams that come to Huntley for that event, they were there in attendance, so we ended up getting them to stay behind. And I think Gaz was. I don't think you were there, Gaz. Might have been.
Yeah,
Jamie.
I was there. I was there.
Yeah, I didn't remember seeing you there, but it was Gaz as well as a representative from each team, and basically the club actually stayed out of it. We actually let the teams themselves decide the date, and so that's how we ended up with May the 6th. So that'll be the final put out for Huntley, which I'm sure it'll be a good meeting to see the season out.
Yeah, mate, hard out. And I guess too, you know, when you think about what you've been dealt with this season, particularly hosting these big championship meetings right across the season, and you touched on it there with the weather, I think a bit of relief finally, you know, has come your way as for the committee, for the hours that are involved around prepping the event, whether it's on the track, off the track, the behind the scenes stuff. You know, you can see it in you, Ams, just a bit of relief, but we got one more to get through.
Yeah, so after the New Zealand Modifieds last weekend, because we had ran those 3 big New Zealand titles in a row, I don't think any other track has ever done it before. But to pull through those 3 weeks with all the adversities with the weather, and competitor-wise, crowd-wise, you know, it's still a massive feat to achieve, you know. And once the checkered flag had dropped after the 30 laps of the modified title the other week, it just felt like, well, for myself, I looked around at all our staff and our volunteers, and it just looked like a massive weight had just been lifted off their shoulders, you see. And pure evidence of that was us still drinking in the club rooms till the next morning, you see. So it was just and Brad Lane was there as well, so it was awesome to have some celebratory drinks amongst ourselves, as well as Brad Lane being the New Zealand champ. It was all worth it, you know. And there's one more to go, you know, the big Superstock teams in May, and we look forward to sending the season off with a bang.
Wicked, bro. It's a Huntley Marathon, like Dave Thomas said. Wayne Alton hopes Ams gets best presented moustache at prize giving this season. Hadley Boyce, 1, 2, 3 NZTQ drivers, all out of mini stocks. It is, what it is. And yeah, Pitts Media, they will be back streaming the Paradise, mini stocks in Paradise. Pitts Media will be doing that. So,
and we'll be doing we'll interview the kids for the scrutineering of that too, Kins, won't we, next year?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, wicked. Oh, well, it's just bloody clicked over 8:30. Follow the river. Yeah, you're right, mate. Mark Goodman, follow the river. Gary, mate, good luck. Good luck at Kiki on Friday and Saturday. Safe travels for you and your team and your family who's all heading down, mate. Thanks for popping in.
Congrats on the new baby too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's congrats, sleeps, small
or condolences then.
Yeah, probably a bit more like in these early stages, to be honest. But it's pretty awesome. You got to do these things. I would say while you're young, but I'm definitely not young, so gotta embrace it.
Cheers, Gary. Thank you,
mate. Thanks for coming on.
See you later.
See you, mate.
See you later, mate. See ya.
Peace.
Gary Lonergan there, of course, 3NZ Stocker this weekend, the New Zealand Stocker GP at Kiki Speedway. You'll see his picture on the Facebook page, 3NZ, and being defending champ, like I said, from 2020, 2021. Obviously, no racing for champs in 22, as you all know. Good to catch Aaron Lewis talking a bit about the modified invasion. Garage 16 event down at Woodford Glen on Saturday. Having a chat with him, and like he said at the end there, wishing his dad a healthy recovery there as well.
Absolutely.
Aaron and his family, thinking of that. Jace Cutteridge, Jace Pits TV, the only place to get the stream if you want to watch the Superstock North Islands or the Modified Invasion as well. As we said, there's Palmy streaming through Video Hub, Kiwi Motorsport at Miani. It's good to have them back on Saturday. You can watch, no doubt, if you got Sky with Goose Pookie and their final hurrah this coming weekend, if you're going to be lucky enough not to get there. Cheers for the Laos, you good buggers. Love your work. Ams for taking over the dirt track. Booker Kim's got Pyro Tattoo Festival when Mini Stocks is in Paradise. Yeah, I don't know. I'm tempted to head over to Mini Stocks, to be honest, Dave. We'll see how that approaches me. It was a privilege to be the main person of that event, but I think I'll move it on and select someone else to fill in those shoes. I don't mind wearing a kilt, but it was fun. We'll see what happens. My patience with the mini stocks and paradise stuff and the future of the sport that we love, like this guy Ams who joins us. Mate, how's the arm? We're doing all the flags at the modifieds, eh? All good?
Yeah, I think one side was paralysed after 30 laps, but yeah, it was a long day, but it was a good day. And I did mention numerous times over the last couple of weeks, with the history having repeated itself with that championship, but it was good to be able to host that championship again. A long time between drinks for the Huntley Club to have that title, but to have Braid to have come out on top after at the end of it was just the icing on the cake. So but no, well, I think the arm is doing all right, I guess.
Good on you, bro. Good on you. Brad replicated the 05 or Galbraith, so it was good to see H do what it did at the track and take it away there as well, and Luke Brown acknowledged that as well. So, just reiterating when we spoke to the two modified drivers last week, our show, Kokpit and Booker and I, like many others, we don't condone any of that rubbish that happens in the pits and in there, Let them entertain the fans. When you pay your dollars to come in to watch the racing, that's where it happens. They got officials that deal with that stuff. Don't go and throw your bloody 2 cents worth in there and just stay away from it. Whatever happens stays on the track. That's how it is. So leave that rubbish out of it, and we don't condone it at all. So, I thought I'd leave that little bit in there. Awesome show, team. Drawing a fallen Hawke's Bay legend at the mo. Need to finish it. Well, good luck, Maru. Good to catch you. Brian English joined the show as well. I think that's about a wrap.
It's us, mate. I think we've had a good shed night, another good shed night. I've got a guest lined up for next week that'll be good to talk to. Once we completely confirm it, we'll let everyone know. But we've got someone good coming on next week, hopefully, and you won't have to just put up with me and Kins. Hey.
Hard out, mate. But Ants, mate, we do appreciate obviously the way, like Booker said earlier, how we were treated at the track. Not only us two, but also our mate Steve Emmett, who was controlling the camera. It was really awesome, bro, because to be on the infield doing what we did, You know, for some part there, I felt like I was Graham Hughes walking around taking photos of cars. Some part there, I thought I was Ian Abrahamson back in the day. But nah, just to be doing that, mate, and yeah, just being acknowledged by you guys, the ladies at the track as well. Bloody awesome, man. And it's no different to how Red says that track is. We feel like part of the family, and that's the whole thing around that Huntley International Speedway. It's a family thing, and yeah, we appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, no, that's all good, brother. And yeah, as you just said, no, it is a family. You know, we've got a proud group of volunteers and staff. They take a lot of pride in what they do. We might have our gripes and stuff between each other sometimes, but we do come out at the end of it, and you know, we do realize how important each other's company is once we do get going. Because once we do get going, we're pretty much a well-oiled machine, and you know, and Reed and Fiona, those guys, they lead from the top. You know, with the experience that those guys have had, that's why they're one of the best in the game at what
Wicked,
they
bro.
do. So, but yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you guys on board with us this season, boys, and we look forward to catching up one more time in May for the Pollock Cranes Superstock team
Yeah.
Hard out,
invitation,
bro.
and we'll send off the season in style. And I think I need to get a computer sim stuff so I can come race with you guys. I think. Yeah.
Hard out, bro. Hard out.
Yeah, get
Yeah, hard
yourself
out.
together. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
well, on that note, we'll call that a wrap. And thanks for everyone
Cheers,
watching and
Az.
tuning in to us tonight. And we'll see you all again next week. Be safe and have an amazing weekend out there.
Yeah, I'll just wrap one thing up here with the competitors and crews. Welcome to the Stratford Speedway. If you have a look at the sign when you go down the
Yeah.
Stratford, you will notice a couple of stickers.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah,
eh?
yeah, I saw them.
All right, cheers, everyone. See yous. Welcome along, everyone. What was it like, that experience jumping into your first race?
It's been my life ever since I can remember.
Look, it really was unbelievable.
I think it's awesome.
Just go out there and give it your every time. And
When you're young and you get in your old man super stock and you wreck it, I mean, it's pretty cool.
Craig Booker with the big smile. He is the voice that's behind what you get to hear every Sunday night.
Give it the hoot, Nanny. Look at that field. Doesn't it look fantastic?